Hello, and welcome to this webinar on low velocity impact claims, fraud, and exaggeration in PI. My name is Nikki Carter, and I wanted to take a look, having worked from a claimant perspective for many years, at some of the challenges that this area brings up for us in PI. Allegations of fraud, allegations of exaggeration, or just disputes really about causation of injuries are really common, particularly in road traffic accidents. And what the idea of this webinar is to kind of look at some of those defenses, some of the arguments that are made, and try and come up with some tips, some tactics that we can use to try and get the best outcome for our clients. So the first thing really I wanted to look at, I'll just talk about the outline of the webinar, was I wanted to do a bit of defining what we actually mean. For example, when we say low velocity impact or LVI, some people say low speed impact. Not quite accurate, that one actually, but some of us say it, don't we? So what do we mean when we talk about LVI? What are the constituent parts of that kind of defense? I want, of course, to look at fraud, and in the wider context of all the meanings of fraud, and we'll get onto that in some detail. And then the vexed topic of exaggeration. And again, that's not all it seems. We've had particularly one case that comes to mind recently where the word exaggeration was not found to be something that was fundamentally dishonest. Exaggeration can be all sorts of things. It can be conscious, can be unconscious. So important to drill into what we mean by that. I want to look a bit at the kind of evidence that we want to garner and gather. So thinking about witnesses, thinking about photographs, thinking about experts, both engineers and our medico-legal experts.